Hello. My project for this assignment is basically about an AI system or an AI app that helps students with their work. So, it is called Smart Study AI, and I've written everything in my Google Docs form, and I will talk more about it. So it's a homework helper app that tells us as well as students what work they are supposed to perform and what tasks they have that they should complete in order to help with finishing all their homework, exam related courses, or any other work in a quick amount of time without them forgetting it. As you know, most teens like me, we forget a lot. So since we forget a lot of work, assignments, and other things, we need something to help us because our parents or our friends cannot always be there for us to help with supporting the work that we do. And yeah, I'm still a kid, so this is the most relatable topic to me. So this is what I chose as my topic. And studies can be stressful at times, right? So this app or this AI system is aimed towards helping these students with making sure that their assignments and tasks are completed on time. So the main project and the main goal is that students don't know what they're even doing. First of all, for example, I struggled with math until last year. So what I had to do is that I had to focus more on maths. I had to do my math assignments quickly. I had to do this, that. So there was no reminder as such to help me with making sure that I finish it. So that is a problem. They don't know what they're struggling with. So, and not only knowing is enough, you also have to make sure that you do something towards making sure that the problem is solved. In the system, the main task starts when the student takes a photo of their homework question or types a sentence about what they don't understand. So, when you take a picture of the question that you don't get, or if you ask the system what questions or topics that you have, it can help with providing short explanations along with practice questions for the certain type of questions that you provide. Because these practice questions and an explanation helps the student make sure that all his questions and queries are answered to in the quickest time so that his future exams or his future clarifications needed for these topics are done and dusted at that moment of time. From this task analysis, students don't want to fill long forms or answer a lot of questions because yeah, we're lazy, obviously. So as students, we need things that can, save our time. As it's not just studies that we have a lot of work to do. We have our social life, we have our emotional growth, we have a lot of work as well. So it is very important. So we need a supportive and a non-judgmental design because if bias exists in the system, then it'll be hard for the student to learn as well. Because as long as bias exists, it's hard for anyone in general. It's not just for students. It's hard for people to understand topics and it's hard for them to learn and if these biases exist in the system. Now, let's talk about the UX design. So the UX design is not complicated. It's supposed to be easy because obviously we're students again. So when the students open the app, the first thing that's gonna come is that the system is gonna greet the student by telling hi, obviously, and then the second part is that it's gonna ask the student about what doubt and what query that they are facing that particular day. Yesterday, I was facing a problem with trigonometry. So when I open the app, they ask me, what am I facing? So I type in the topic or I show a picture of the question that I'm actually getting stuck in. So based on that, it's going to provide an explanation to me. So the student can upload a photo or type a short message about what they need help with. And then the AI system shows them what topic they are dealing with and it helps them with giving a recommendation for the next step of studying and provides a short explanation and gives a few practice questions which are going to be compulsory because if you do not practice, you're not going to understand the topic at all. And for the AI design, user inputs and feedback loops are the key. The app uses photos and short instructions along with text instructions and a simple selection of the topic that they are going to do. There's also a helpful option which is going to be there, because there's a thumbs up and a thumbs down option. Because if you like the explanation that the AI system provides, you can give it a thumbs up so that it gives a proper explanation or gives a proper review. Because when you give a review to the AI system, the programmer can help automate the task by making sure that the AI system actually works better in the next trial. That helps the model improve over time, like I told you. And transparency is also important as well. So the app makes it clear when the answer is generated by AI, and it explains why it suggested the specific topic. Because if, like, you face a question, for example, trigonometry again, I struggle mainly in the last part of it, which was basically applying formulas into the problems. So what the system is going to do is going to tell, based on the answers that you're giving and based on the topic that you don't understand, you are facing a problem in this. So it's going to give you a proper explanation to ensure that the transparency of the model is also there. It's going to give you reasoning, it's going to give you uncertainty by showing its confidence levels and etc. And privacy considerations are also a very important point. The app uses photos for improving and for giving you different outputs and stuff. So transparency along with privacy considerations are fairly important. So images might contain personal information and students' learning patterns, because these can be sensitive data. So many users might also be minors because students, and this makes privacy all the more important. My approach for privacy is to blur personal details from images if shared, and to delete photos permanently. So right after the query is given or solved, the AI system is supposed to delete those photos so that it ensures privacy and makes sure that the student is also feeling safe while using the application. So different privacy laws would apply here based on the country that you are operating in. So if you're operating in country A, and if your app is used in, USA, for example, you are supposed to use whatever USA follows for its privacy considerations. And if you're if your company is also working in Europe, so GDPR would apply there as well, because you have to follow the privacy concerns and the privacy laws of the country that you're operating in. So UK, for example, that's in Europe. So European countries, and along with that, American places like American states. So you have to follow the privacy laws of the state you are operating in. Although if your main office is not in that area, you still have to oblige to the privacy laws of the certain region. So now the ethical considerations. Bias, we've already talked about it. So it is something which is important in this AI app. So AI could perform subjects that have more training data. So it can perform better on these kind of subjects if there's more training data. So that is a fairly important point. So to meet the goals of ethical AI, the app focuses on fairness, accountability, and transparency, because it is a very important part. Fairness means the AI gives equally accurate suggestions for everyone. So it doesn't, change the answer based on anything else. So it should be accurate and correct for every single user. Accountability means users can report issues and we keep logs of errors to improve the model. Transparency means we always show why the AI came to a certain conclusion and how confident it is in its suggestions. So whenever an AI system does give you an answer, it should make sure that it also gives you the reason why it gave you a certain answer. So that ensures the transparency. And accountability is also an important factor, as the system stays accountable and also makes sure that everything is met and all the queries and tasks are solved. So that is my project idea as of now. So I hope this AI system actually comes into being, because I've not really seen any other AI systems that actually take care of this, right? So honestly, this course that I've taken made me open my eyes to the different ideas that can take place, right? Because AI is a huge thing, especially when humans actually put things into AI and make sure that they are ensuring the betterment of the people. It's a very good use. So maybe one day it's gonna come into being, and yeah, I hope I covered all the points. So yeah, transparency, accountability, ethical considerations, privacy concerns, every single thing, bias. all of these are covered in whatever I told is what I hoped. So yeah, thank you.